vedete passeggeri. A uele delle polsi del patate. So the sun, ça se vend qu'il a dit. Il y a la douce qui lui monte.
買い物。オプスオプスオプスやっちゃうんです。
Crème au chocolat. Noix de pécan caramélisée. Plus de quoi tu sais là, je vais travailler les abdos.
And tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Some love.
You can try this one too.
I know. I already knew all of this pasta.
Washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love. Remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioned blues.
おめでとう。
Could you
La
use
félicitations.
Il y a félicitations, oui.
Non, mais c'est pas direct à la jugulaire,
Another lazy afternoon.
イエーイめっちゃ可愛い。アロンジタイム。もうこれはもう安定やからね。
カフェイン注入
安定のアイコ
してます。でも久々やんね、カフェ来るのね。あ、言ってもら
言うて1週間週1やってる。そう週1やってる。
先週ピクニックした先週カフェした
そう先週2回やってるから週に。
めっちゃ重い人してる。カフェ可愛いなんかその感じなんかなんかヨーロッパの田舎の
それカンパーニ感あるよね。
カンパーニでなんか何みたいな言ってきてもなんかパパになんかパパに親父ちょっと待ってとか言ってちょっとパン焼けたから言ってみたいな絶対言ってる絶対言ってる
多分言ってたと思う。
でそのフレーズをここで習ってきた。
その誰の中だった大丈
When I was a little child, I naturally would see magic in the world around me. Now I often get so tired, it's harder just to be fascinated, breathing free. But I can hear raindrops that dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth, 'cause stay inside and tap away inside. Oh, make today just a little less mundane. Oh,
ナナコさんに虫歯コーデって言われるし。
inside. Oh, take today. Oh, dancing in the rain. Yeah. Woo, oh, na 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 na. Woo, oh, oh, na 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 na. Woo, oh, na 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 na. Woo, na na na. Woo, na na na. Put on my rain boots, my favorite chiffon dress. I don't care today what the neighbors might say. Put on my rain boots, my favorite chiffon dress. I don't care today what the neighbors might say. 'Cause I could stay inside and type away inside. Oh, make today just a little less Monday.
いただきます。
いただきます。
イエーイ。めっちゃ美味しそう。すごい。美味しい。
熱いですか？
Of course, I love it. 今の肉詰め。
change is gonna find me. You don't have to remind me. I'm doing nothing at all. Ruminating on the wall. I feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let go? Can you tell me what I need? Can you tell me what you see in me? Can you tell me what I need? Can you tell me what you see in me? I just feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let go?